McLaren's plug-in hybrid supercar gets a host of powertrain and chassis revisions to increase its performance and excitement factor. Design and styling. In addition to a new Spider drop-top body style, then, the Artura now gets powertrain, suspension, and interior updates for the 2025 model year. In the engine bay, power output rises from 671 to 690 bhp, courtesy of some engine management software changes, which will be offered to existing Artura owners, free of charge, through a software update. The extra grunt comes entirely from the car's wide-angle, 3.0-liter V6 petrol engine, though, with the 90 bhp axial flux electric drive motor, working to top up its reserves and fill the gaps in its torque curve. The Artura's lightest running order weight, as claimed by McLaren, is 1,498 kilograms. Even with all of the car's electrification tech, it still weighs only 46 kilograms more than a 5.7 OS, a really impressive achievement. Our Artura Coupe Test Car 2022 weighed 1,552 kilograms, fully fueled, and with plenty of optional equipment fitted. Weight-saving carbon ceramic brakes come on the car, as standard, as do lightweight superformed aluminum body panels. Suspension is via double wishbones at the front, and a new multi-link axle at the rear, under steel coils, adaptive dampers, and passive anti-roll bars. Interior. The McLaren Artura's to-seat cabin is predictably snug, but it's not at all tight or restrictive. The standard Club Sport seats, a more conventional comfort seat, is available as an option, granted a fine and straight driving position, with its clever elliptical hinge allowing you to explore a wide range of variously recumbent driving positions and granting useful room even for taller testers to wear a helmet. In the case of the Spider version, the roof mechanism takes the space there might have been behind the seats for carrying smaller bags. Powered by electric motors, it needs only 11 seconds to cycle from fully open to closed, and can operate at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. The Spider also enjoys similar great, all-quarter visibility as the Coupe. The view forwards and to the sides is excellent. To the rear, the car adopts the glazed flying buttresses, also seen on the 720S Spider, which fulfill their aerodynamic purpose, without obstructing your over-shoulder rearwards view any more than is necessary. Engines and performance. The Artura isn't a night and day, different sort of a mid-engine supercar, after its 2025 model year tweaks, but it is louder and more forthcoming in its persona, as well as firmer riding, more urgent feeling, and more powerful in how it gets down the road. It's working quite hard at that second chance to make a first impression, in other words. McLaren's old Sport Series supercars were, after all, always intended for more regular daily driving than their Super Series counterparts. Given that the McLaren Artura picks up where those cars left off, it is important to acknowledge the role that it has been designed to fulfill before we start to describe and pass comment on the effectiveness of its execution. The electric motor blends with the combustion engine so seamlessly before the latter takes over the ravenous heavy lifting beyond 5,000 revolutions per minute and pulls freely and forcefully to well beyond 8,000 revolutions per minute. For McLaren's 2020 spec 671 bhp Artura, our timing gear recorded it to weigh average 0 to 60 miles per hour, standing start of 3.2 sec, 0 to 100 miles per hour in 6.3 sec, and a standing quarter mile in 10.9 sec. The previous generation of Porsche 911 GT2 RS, tested in 2018, was a tenth or two faster across the same benchmarks, but in terms of real-world, any gear, accessible roll-on performance, the Artura slays the GT2 RS by even greater margins, 30 to 70 miles per hour in fourth gear, for 1 sec versus 5.1 sec, which makes it feel energetic and ready to accelerate at any moment. And, in 2025 model year form, there's certainly an appetite for speed and revs about this car, even greater than it had at launch. The V6 certainly feels slightly boostier, happier still, and even keener to spin beyond 5,000 revolutions per minute, and is generally that bit more of a presence to listen to. It's more interesting and charismatic on the ear, also having greater detail and audible moments of Porsche, Flat 6 and Ferrari flat plane V8, about its tonality. Flatten the accelerator and the electric motor still floods the lower half of the rev range pretty effectively, covering any latency in the engine's turbo response so that the turbos can come on that bit stronger later on and punch that bit harder when they do. Once you have acclimatized to the Artura's electric-only performance potential, however, you will find it an easy car to drive even here, still responsive if far from fast above, about 40 miles per hour, ready to cruise even at gentler motorway speed should you want it to, and good for an electric range of 17 miles on a mixed route. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for other latest videos. Thank you.